Matt, it's Brian Kenny. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, hey, Brian. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, Matt, you tell me, what was it like going through that, where the Marlins had the outbreak while you were still playing them, and then you guys get put on ice?
Yeah, pretty uneven, as you would expect. Look, I mean, on the one hand, there's some frustration just because, none of our guys really did anything wrong other than, just play the wrong team at the wrong time. But at the same time, you have to do your best to stay flexible and, maintain your poise, try to stay in shape as well as you can, because you have to anticipate you're going to play at some point. And of course, we didn't know when exactly, but I think our guys did a really, really good job of seeing the bigger picture, understanding the importance of staying healthy and safe, recognizing that, all of us were going to need to be flexible and kind of rolling with it. And, when finally we came up for air at the end of the week, we're ready to start, that's when the tropical storm was moving up the coast, and that set us back another day. So it definitely been, and I used the word uneven. It's definitely been uneven to start, but we're happy to have played a few games here this week and kind of been back, getting ourselves back into the groove, and hopefully won't have any other obstacles moving forward.
Matt, how does your organization communicate, for example, the new protocols where you can't go basically on the road, you kind of stay in quarantine, and you have to get permission to leave at any point. There's all these new things that are there that seem to make sense that maybe teams were doing anyway. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, I'll talk about it, but that continues to evolve, and I will add one of the things that's additionally unique about our season. We haven't stayed a night on the road yet all year, partially because of the postponed games, partially because of weather. We bust up to New York and bust back after the game on Monday. Because we were rained out on Tuesday, and now we have a homestand for a while, so we're actually not going to go on the road for still yet another week. So I know other teams obviously have gone through that. We have not had we've not been able to do that yet. Look, I think as far as protocols are concerned, every team, every player, everybody's learning as we go. And, we set out in the initial agreement, a set of protocols to follow. And as we've gone on, we've realized there have been some areas that we can amend and to clean some things up to make it safer. And we've done that. And I would expect that to continue throughout the season as we learn what works and what doesn't work. And, I give a lot of credit to the people at the league and Players Association level who are staying on top of that and are willing to collaborate. I give a ton of credit to the players and the staff on the big league clubs for their willingness to go along with it. And I think what is heard loud and clear from just about every party you can talk to is the importance of health and safety. And that has to be the number one priority. It is the number one priority. And as long as we can maintain that as the number one priority, we should be able to get a season in.
Matt, I've seen, I believe, 20% of your schedule going forward will be played in a doubleheader, a 7-inning doubleheader. How do you feel about that?
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. I mean, the season is going to be a challenge anyway, but when you layer on all the doubleheaders, it's going to be extra challenging. Obviously we're going to need additional starters or bullpen games to get through those, and we'll do what we have to do. But I will say this: a lot has been made of the revised schedule, the East only playing the East, Central playing Central, West playing West. That has certainly made it easier to reschedule and move games around when no flight is more than a couple of hours. And similarly, again, nobody's happy about the fact that there are no fans in the ballpark, but that at least allows us to play around with game times and rescheduling doubleheaders and at late notice. I think we're just going to do the best we can. I'm happy for this year that the doubleheaders are 7 innings. That's in a doubleheader, or for 2 games, that's 4 innings of pitching. You don't necessarily need to plan for, which is helpful. But No question. It's going to be a challenge for us. And I say the pitching, but really on the position player side too. And just playing that many games in that many days, we've already seen a lot of soft tissue injuries throughout the league, and that's something we need to be mindful of as we run lineups out there and manage a bullpen, just to make sure that we keep these guys healthy on the field.
All right, Matt. One last thing. You got rogue fans out in center field. What's going on with them?
Yesterday, the air horn was introduced. Yeah, I mean, look, this is Philadelphia, so we've got probably the most passionate fans in sports, and there's a little gate out there that you can see through just beyond center field. Mm-hmm. I don't actually know what their view of the field is. I'm certain they can't see the outfield. Maybe they can see the plate, but every home game we've played, we've had, I don't know, it looks to be a half dozen or so fans out there. It might be more. I can't see them all, but and they're loud. You can hear them chanting. You can hear them blowing the air horn. There was a drummer out there the other day, so. It's. I heard JT Realmuto's comments last night after the game. He said, "Hey, it beats listening to the silence." So we appreciate their support.
There you go. Well, the Yankees don't like them, but again, that's not your problem. All right, Matt. Good attitude. Right. Nothing's perfect, and we get through it. Thank you so much, Matt. Best of luck.